Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do a little bit different video than I've been doing recently. I've been going through some of my ungraded cards recently, just checking stuff out, and I found about 10 of them that I think would be kind of cool to send in and get graded. I'm going to go with PSA. I know that I did SGC last time, and I think most people are leaning more towards SGC, but I'm a glutton for punishment, so let's see how bad they kick my ass on this one. Well, without further ado, let's check out the cards I'm going to submit. All right, guys, so we'll go in chronological order from the newest to the oldest. So first I'll show the cards, and then I will show my sheet with what I think the card will get when it gets graded. So the first one is 1984 Topps. It's the 83 highlight strikeout. This is actually, to me, this is a really interesting card. It's not worth a ton, but it's really interesting card to me because Walter Johnson held the all-time strikeout record for like 60 something years. And then in 1983, three different players, Nolan Ryan, Steve Carlton, and Gaylord Perry, all passed his record. So basically it was one of the longest records held in baseball history, and three different pitchers broke it all in the same season. So that was pretty sweet. So pretty sweet card. Ryan did it on April 27th. Carlton did it on May 20th, and Perry did it on August 13th. So that's pretty cool. There's that guy. Next up, Pack Fresh. I pulled this out of a pack in a video I did like a month and a half, 2 months ago. I had a pack of 81 Topps that I got for my brother for Father's Day. So I ripped the pack and I got a Fernando Valenzuela and Mike Scioscia rookie card. It's a pretty clean card. It's slightly off-centered on the back there, but other than that, it's clean. That's something that's actually on the plastic, so that's not an issue with the card. So Pack Fresh, we'll see what that gets for a grade as a Pack Fresh card. Hopefully it doesn't do terribly. Next one, kind of along the lines of that first card, all-time record holders. So this is Nolan Ryan, Walter Johnson. It's a pretty cool card from the 1979 Topps set. It shows Ryan with the most strikeouts in the season. He beat Koufax by 1 in 1973. And then it shows Walter Johnson as the all-time leader in strikeouts with 3508. Back at the time, Ryan only had 2686, so he was about halfway done at that point. So he went on to absolutely obliterate all of those career strikeout records. So I got that card as well we're submitting. Next up is a 1963 Fleer Roberto Clemente card. It's fairly well centered for a 63 Fleer. It has a couple little surface issues and some corner issues, so I'm not expecting a super high grade on that, but hopefully it doesn't get totally screwed when they decide to grade it. 61 Maris. It's a significant card because 61 was the year he broke Babe Ruth's record. Obviously, this card shows his 1960 stats. It doesn't show his 61 home runs in 1961, but this is the card from the year that he broke the record. It's not the greatest centered, but it has pretty good corners. It doesn't really have much surface issues. You could see stuff on it, but that's just dirty stuff on the plastic. So let's wipe that off. But yeah, it's a pretty solid card. The back's a little off-centered there, but you know, all in all, looks like a pretty good one. But it's a significant card, important, sort of important. I wouldn't say so much in the hobby as much as it's just an important from a historical perspective. Next card is a 1960 Clemente. This card's not in the greatest shape, but I love the look of this card. It's one of my favorite Clemente cards. Wanted to send that in and get it slabbed up. This is probably the card I'm expecting the lowest grade on out of all of them, just because of the condition, but still love the card and want to get it graded. Next up, this is an interesting card. It's actually, it's just really cool. It's a Roy Campanella card, symbol of courage. For those of you who don't know, Roy Campanella was the catcher for the Dodgers, one of the first guys to break the color barrier after Jackie Robinson. He was in a very bad car accident and was paralyzed like at the prime of his career. So Topps put out this card in 1959. Big fan of the card. I believe it's actually on the list of the 300 most important, most significant cards of the last 100 years or whatever that book is called. I'm pretty sure this is actually on that list. So I wanted to get that one graded. It's got a little bit of a surface issue right here, so who knows what kind of grade that's going to get. Next up is a 59 Hank Aaron. Love the look of this card. Big fan. I'm not a huge fan of yellow cards in general, but I am a big fan of this one with the yellow face on it. It's fairly well centered. It's a pretty nice card. The back of it is nice and bright, clean. So there you go, the 59 Aaron. Next up, very similar to that one, is the yellow 59 Maze. I've got a little bit of stuff on the outside of that. But same thing, this one's in a little bit more rough shape than the Aaron is, but still a really cool card, and I'm really happy to have it in the collection. So I just wanted to get it graded so I could display it with some of my other ones. But yeah, there's that Maze. And then last up is my 53 Whitey Ford. Big fan of the 53 top set. I love the images on these. These are a tougher set with the chipping on the red along the border there. So it's not, this card's definitely not a perfect card. It's got a little bit of a corner issue here too. But you know, all in all, it's a cool card, and it'd be nice to have it slabbed up. Get that one graded too. So those are the cards that I'm going to submit, and then we'll go ahead and kind of walk through my thoughts on grading for each of these guys. This guy, I'm thinking I'll get an 8. I don't think there's any reason why it shouldn't get an 8. It's got good corners, good centering. The face is nice. The back is clean and centered. Next up is the Valenzuela. Same thing on this. I think this should at least get an 8. There's a dog hair in there. Gonna pull that out, but this should get an 8 again. I pulled this one right out of a pack. It's nice and clean. It's a little off-centered on the back, but hoping for an 8 on that guy. The strikeout leaders, I believe, same thing. An 8 on this guy as well, because it's just a generally clean card. The Clemente, I'm hoping for a 4 on this one, but we'll see what PSA is thinking, but I'm thinking a 4 on this guy. It's a little soft in the corners. Next up on that list is the Symbol of Courage. Symbol of Courage card. This one, I am thinking it is going to get a 4 also, just because of this little surface thing here, but the card itself isn't too bad. It's got, you know, this corner is not perfect, but it's fairly well centered, and it just has this little surface mark on the front there. That was out of order, obviously, because here's the 61 Maris. I think this will get a 6. It's off-centered, as you can see, but other than that, it's a pretty clean card, so hoping for a 6 on that one. The Clemente. This one, I'm thinking it's probably going to get a 2. It's got, these corners are all kind of smushed a little bit and has a little bit of a wrinkle right here. The back is nice though, so we'll see how that one comes back, but I'm expecting maybe around a 2 on that guy. The Hank Aaron, hoping for a 5 on this Hank Aaron. No major issues with the card. It's a pretty clean card. It's just, I don't know. I think this corner right here is not perfect. But other than that though, it's a nice card. So hoping for at least a 5 on that one. Hopefully get like a 6. The Maze, on the other hand, hoping for maybe a 3 or 4 on this guy. It's got, you know, the corners aren't very good on it, but the rest of the card is pretty solid. It's not perfectly centered, obviously, but it's not terrible. Just has some issues with the corners. And then the Whitey Ford, probably get a 3 on this guy, I'm hoping. It's got this kind of smushed up here at the top, but the rest of it, other than, you know, a little bit along the red here, but, you know, it's for a 53, it's really well centered. So, and the back is clean, so we'll see how that goes, but hoping for a 3 on that one. All right, well, I will do a follow-up video and let you guys know how off I was on these estimates. Thanks. All right, guys. Well, I hope, fingers crossed, that this thing comes back somewhat reasonably. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing those cards, and we'll do a follow-up video once I get the graded cards back, and we'll see how close I was on those estimates. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks.